Hey aviators, in this video, I have a quick Christmas message for you. Hello aviators, Chris Palmer here from Angle of Attack, broadcasting to you from Angle of Attack HQ in a hangar in Homer, Alaska. It is snowy outside. Has been snowing quite a bit recently. Definitely creates that Christmas spirit, that ambiance that you would expect not only from Alaska, but for Christmas. So I hope you two are hunkering down for a nice holiday here for Christmas, and that you and yours are happy and you have some things to be grateful for looking back on this year. I definitely think a lot into the future this time of year and try to think about what's next. I'll talk about that here in a few more minutes. But it's definitely worth reflecting back to and looking at the things that happened that were good. And although this has been the longest year, those of us that have lived through this year will never forget 2020 for a variety of reasons. It is just the wildest year I can ever imagine in my entire life. So things have definitely been different and memorable. In some ways bad, of course, in some ways hard for many people, but a lot of us have really just tried to make lemonade out of lemons, and that's largely what has happened with me. You know, it's definitely been more of a time to focus on family. Family has been more involved in what I do from day to day, and I think that's very true for a lot of people that are now working from home. So things have gone on. I've done lots of flying. The type of flying I do is teaching, it's instruction. So I've flown with a lot of fantastic aviators. Had a handful of visitors this year, but probably less than normal because of reduced travel. Not a lot of people coming to Alaska, but I had some great students. Taught commercial, CFI, private pilot. Had some great people work through some ratings there. You know who you are, and there's going to be more content coming out about them soon, but you've seen some with Anna Lynn, who did her first solo. That's a very popular video on my channel right now. And if you follow me on Instagram, you saw how much I flew with Nicole, who did her commercial and CFI with me. Along the way, I also got my seaplane rating done. So I am a commercial seaplane pilot now. I kind of joke that I have 5 new ways to kill myself in an airplane now. And so I'm very aware that I'm an inexperienced seaplane pilot. But that was a very fun experience to do this year and definitely increased my skills, my knowledge of aviation because of that. And of course, another big thing kind of intermixed with all of the adventures that have been going on is this new hangar, this new studio that you see here behind me, which I'm very grateful for. Kind of fell into this situation with this new hangar. I'm going to be doing a video exclusively on the hangar and kind of the process and what it's been like. But it's really a place that has unleashed my creativity, the possibilities of what can happen here at Angle of Attack. As many of you know, I'm not just a flight instructor. I'm not just a local flight school, but my main bread and butter is online ground school through video. So that's what I do. That's how I make most of my money to support my family and our business. And this is the perfect space for that. And not only that, it keeps the airplane out of the elements and helps us create a lot more content even during the winter months. So this is a whole new situation you're seeing behind me, and I'm very, very grateful for it. So there are a lot of things to look back on and be grateful for during the year. But, you know, it has been a tough year, and I know that many of you who had plans to go through your training and pursue your dream in aviation, you know, that's been paused, or it's been derailed, or maybe some of you have given up entirely, thinking that maybe there's not going to be an aviation industry for a while. And with all of that said, you know, I think the most important part we need to realize is that we're healthy, we're happy, we've got family around us, got food on the table. That's the most important part. So there are many people that are, I guess, taking a detour, right? They're taking an alternate. Is one word we use as pilots, especially instrument pilots. And that's okay. You know, we need to take the liberty to be able to do something like that right now. But my advice would be don't give up. You know, aviation is an industry that is ripe for I guess, setbacks. This is not the first thing that has happened to aviation. It won't be the last. Aviation will be back. It'll be stronger when it gets back. It's a very robust industry in that sense, with hardy people in it. So it's the hardy people that really are the ones that stick around and the ones that go through it. There's a term I use quite a bit in my podcasts, and that is PhD. So you guys know that a PhD is a very prestigious accreditation, but if we can put a twist on that and use PhD more as an aviation acronym, I use PhD as passion, hard work, and determination. And I found that every single pilot that comes through my flight school, every single person that views my online ground school and gets their written test done through that ground school, it takes passion, hard work, and determination to get through it. The combination of those things, cannot lack. You need those things to be able to push through. So I would encourage you to not give up during this time and to have that PhD that is required to get through times like this. So with all that said, looking forward to the new year. In the comments, I'm curious what you would like to see coming from Angle of Attack this next year. I have my own ideas. I'm going to keep some of those close to the vest, just because of competition reasons. But I am planning big things for this new year. I think all of us are anxious to plan some big things for this new year. But what is something I can do from a content perspective to help you? I really, really want to see these comments, and I really want some great ideas here. So please share in the comments, think about it a little bit, or don't think about it all, just write. But what is something that I can help you out with this next year? And I would be more than happy to consider doing that. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the community this year. Angle of Attack has grown quite a bit this year, even during the pandemic. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful to be a part of your journey in whatever small or big way that is, whether that's just an encouraging word or sharing a cool picture that still keeps you excited about aviation. Whatever it is, I am very grateful to have such an amazing community around me, and I can't help but want to give back to that. So I really appreciate all that you do individually to help me, help my family, and help this aviation passion of mine to teach and to bring enlightenment in the aviation training industry through wonderful content with the backdrop of Alaska. So that's kind of what we're all about here. So with all that said, hope you have an amazing new year. Hope you have a great next several days here for Christmas. And until next time, and really maybe until next year, throttle on.